Don't let anyone define your worth from the day we are born. People start giving us labels. You are not smart enough. You are too weak. You cannot do this. You are not beautiful enough. You will never succeed. You are different. And sometimes the saddest thing is not that people say these words to us. The saddest thing is that, after hearing them again and again, we start believing them ourselves. But today, I want you to remember one powerful truth. No one has the right to define your worth. Not your friends. Not your family, not society, not the people who rejected you, not the people who laughed at you, not even the people who failed to see your potential. Your worth is not something that another person can give you, and it is not something another person can take away from you. You were born with value, you were born with abilities, you were born with the power to learn, grow, change, and become more than you are today. The problem is that many of us spend our lives looking into the wrong mirrors. We look into the mirror of society and ask, am I good enough? We look at successful people and ask, why am I not like them? We look at social media and think, everyone else has a better life. We look at the people who rejected us and wonder, what is wrong with me? But maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe you have simply been looking at yourself through the eyes of people who were never meant to define you. Imagine a beautiful bird living its entire life believing that it cannot fly because someone told it, you are not like the others. Imagine a seed believing it will never become a tree because today it is still small. Imagine the sun asking the darkness for permission to shine. It sounds strange, doesn't it? And yet, that is exactly what many of us do. We wait for the world to approve of us before we allow ourselves to believe in ourselves. We wait for someone to say, you are talented. We wait for someone to say, you are beautiful. We wait for someone to say, you can succeed. We wait for someone to say, you are enough. But what if that person never comes? Will you spend your entire life waiting? No. There comes a moment in life when you have to become your own source of approval. You have to look at yourself and say, I may not be perfect, but I am valuable. I may still be learning, but I am growing. I may have failed, but I am not a failure. I may be different, but different does not mean less. I may not have everyone's approval, but I do not need it to believe in myself. This is where your real journey begins. Because the moment you stop allowing others to define you, you start discovering who you truly are. Many people will judge you without knowing your story. They will see one chapter of your life and think they know the entire book. They will see your mistakes, but not your struggles. They will see your failures, but not the courage it took to keep trying. They will see where you are today, but have no idea how far you have come. And you must understand something. People judge from their perspective. That does not make their judgment the truth. Someone may call you weak because they never saw the battles you fought silently. Someone may call you unsuccessful because they only measure success with money. Someone may call you strange because you refuse to live like everyone else. Someone may reject you because they cannot see your value. But their inability to see your value does not mean that you have no value. A diamond can fall into the mud and still remain a diamond. Its surroundings may change, but its value does not disappear. And sometimes life puts us in situations where we forget who we are. We experience rejection. We experience failure. We lose opportunities, we make mistakes, we hear criticism, we face difficult times, and slowly we begin to think, maybe they are right, maybe I am not good enough. But listen carefully. Your difficult season is not your identity. Your past is not your identity. Your mistakes are not your identity. Your failures are not your identity. Your scars are not your identity. They are parts of your story, but they are not the definition of who you are. You are always more than the worst thing that happened to you. You are more than your biggest mistake. You are more than the opinion of someone who did not understand you. And you are more than the labels people have placed upon you. The world loves labels. Too old, too young, too poor, too different, too quiet, too loud, not educated enough, not experienced enough, not beautiful enough, not talented enough. But every great person in history was once judged by someone. Every dreamer was called unrealistic. Every person who chose a different path was misunderstood. Every successful person had moments when nobody believed in them. The difference is that they did not allow the voices around them to become the voice inside them. And that is what you must learn to do. You cannot always control what people say, but you can control what you choose to believe. You cannot stop every person from criticizing you, but you can stop giving their criticism a permanent home in your mind. You cannot force everyone to understand your journey, but you can continue walking it anyway. There is a powerful freedom that comes when you stop trying to prove yourself to everyone. You stop explaining every decision. You stop chasing every person's approval. You stop changing yourself just to fit into places where you were never meant to belong. You begin to understand that peace is more valuable than approval. Think about how exhausting it is to live for other people. You choose a career because society approves. You dress a certain way because people expect it. You hide your dreams because someone might laugh. You stay silent because you are afraid of criticism. You become a version of yourself that makes everyone else comfortable. But somewhere inside, the real you is still waiting for permission to speak, waiting for permission to dream, waiting for permission to live. So today, give yourself that permission. Give yourself permission to be different. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself permission to start again. Give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. Give yourself permission to choose a life that feels meaningful to you. You do not need to become someone else to deserve respect. You do not need to copy another person's life to become successful. You do not need to look perfect to be valuable. Your uniqueness is not your weakness. Your differences may be the very things that make you powerful. Sometimes the things you are most insecure about today may become the things that inspire other people tomorrow. Your story can become someone's hope. Your struggles can become someone's lesson. Your courage can become someone's motivation. But first, you have to stop being ashamed of who you are. Accept that you are a work in progress. Nobody has everything figured out. Everyone is learning. Everyone is fighting battles that others may not understand. So do not compare your unfinished journey to someone else's highlight reel. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to forget your own value. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you focus on what you do not have instead of appreciating what you do have. You see their success and forget your progress. You see their strengths and forget your abilities. You see their destination and ignore the distance you have already traveled. Your journey is yours. Your timing is yours. Your path is yours. Maybe someone else succeeded at 20. Maybe someone found their purpose at 40. Maybe someone failed many times before finally succeeding. There is no universal clock for success. The flowers in a garden do not all bloom at the same time. But each one blooms when its season arrives. So stop asking, "Why am I behind?" Instead ask, "What can I do today to become better than I was yesterday?" Growth is not a competition. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Take one small step, learn one new skill, build one healthy habit, face one fear, try one more time. That is how confidence is built. Confidence does not always come before action. Sometimes you have to act before you feel confident. You have to take the first step while your hands are shaking. You have to speak while your voice is trembling. You have to try even when you are afraid of failure. And every time you do, you send yourself a message. Asterisk, asterisk. I can trust myself. Asterisk, asterisk. That is one of the most beautiful forms of self-worth. Self-worth is not standing in front of a mirror and pretending you are perfect. Self-worth is knowing that even with your imperfections, you still deserve love, respect, and the opportunity to grow. You can acknowledge your weaknesses without hating yourself. You can want to improve without believing that you are worthless today. You can have goals without constantly feeling that you are not enough. There is a difference between saying, "I want to become better," and saying, "I am nothing until I become better." The first thought inspires growth. The second destroys your confidence. Never make your worth dependent on your achievements. What happens when you fail? Will you suddenly become worthless? Of course not. Achievements can increase your experience, your opportunities, and your confidence, but they do not create your basic human value. You matter before the success. You matter during the struggle. And you matter after the failure. Remember that, because life will test you. There will be days when things do not go according to your plan. There will be people who misunderstand you. There will be doors that close. There will be dreams that take longer than expected. And during those moments, you may question yourself, but do not allow temporary circumstances to create a permanent definition of yourself. A bad day does not mean you have a bad life. One failure does not mean you will always fail. One rejection does not mean nobody will ever value you. One mistake does not mean you are a mistake. Learn the difference. You are a human being. You will fall. You will learn, you will change, you will grow, and that is completely okay. The strongest people are not the people who never struggle. They are the people who refuse to let struggle convince them that their life has no meaning. They keep moving. They keep learning. They keep becoming, maybe slowly, maybe painfully, maybe with tears in their eyes. But they continue, and you can continue too. Do not hand the control of your life to people who are not living your life. They do not wake up with your dreams. They do not feel your fears. They do not carry your responsibilities. They do not know every battle you have survived. So why should their opinions have the power to decide who you are? Listen to advice, yes. Learn from constructive criticism, yes. Be humble enough to improve, yes. But never confuse advice with a definition of your worth. Someone can criticize your work without criticizing your value as a person. Someone can disagree with your choices without having the right to control your identity. Someone can leave your life without taking your worth with them. This is an important lesson. Rejection hurts because sometimes we make the mistake of believing that being rejected means being unworthy. But rejection simply means that something did not work in that particular situation. A job may reject you. A person may reject you. An opportunity may reject you. But that does not mean life has rejected you. Sometimes rejection is protection. Sometimes a closed door is redirecting you toward a better path. And sometimes you need to lose what is not right for you before you can discover what truly belongs in your life. Do not spend years begging at a door that has already closed. Turn around. There may be another path waiting for you. Your value is not determined by how many people choose you. Sometimes the most important person who needs to choose you is you. Choose yourself when others doubt you. Choose your growth when others want you to stay the same. Choose your peace when others bring unnecessary negativity. Choose your dreams even when they seem difficult. Choose to believe that your future can be different from your past. And most importantly, choose not to abandon yourself, because sometimes we are so afraid that others will leave us that we leave ourselves first. We hide our truth, we ignore our dreams, we silence our voice, we accept disrespect, we settle for less. We become strangers to ourselves just to make other people stay. But no relationship, no friendship, and no approval is worth losing yourself. The right people will not require you to destroy your identity to belong. The right opportunities will not require you to hate yourself to succeed. And the right path will allow you to grow into a stronger version of who you truly are. You may not be understood by everyone, and that is okay. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are not here to impress everyone. You are not here to live according to every opinion that comes your way. You are here to live your life with purpose. There is something incredibly powerful about a person who knows who they are, not arrogant, not perfect, not trying to prove that they are better than anyone else, just secure enough to say, I know I have weaknesses. I know I still have things to learn. I know I will make mistakes. But I also know that I have value. That person becomes difficult to control, because manipulation works best when someone does not know their worth. When you know your worth, you stop chasing disrespect. When you know your worth, you stop begging for attention. When you know your worth, you become more careful about the environments you allow into your life. You begin to ask important questions. Does this friendship help me grow? Does this environment destroy my confidence? Do these people respect me? Am I constantly changing myself just to be accepted? Am I living according to my values or according to fear? These questions can change your life because your environment influences your thoughts. If you spend every day around people who constantly tell you that you cannot succeed, eventually you may start doubting yourself. That is why protecting your mind is important. Be careful about the voices you listen to repeatedly. Not every opinion deserves space in your heart. Some people speak from their own fear. Some people criticize because they are uncomfortable with your growth. Some people laugh at dreams because they are afraid to chase their own. Do not allow their limitations to become your limitations. You may have a dream that nobody understands yet. That is okay. You do not need a crowd before you take the first step. Every journey begins with one person deciding to move forward. Maybe today nobody sees your potential. Maybe today your work is not receiving attention. Maybe today you are struggling. Maybe today you feel invisible. But your current situation is not the final version of your story. Keep working, keep learning, keep showing up. Not to prove everyone wrong, but to discover what you are truly capable of. There is a difference. If your entire life is about proving people wrong, then those people still control your life. But when you work because you believe in your own potential, you become free. Do it for your future. Do it for the person you want to become. Do it because your dreams matter to you. And when success comes, let it be a celebration of your growth, not a weapon against those who doubted you. Real strength does not need revenge. Real strength moves forward. So if someone tells you that you cannot do something, do not immediately become angry. Ask yourself, is this a fact, or is this simply their opinion? If you need to improve, improve. If you need to learn, learn. If you fail, learn from it. But never stop simply because someone else cannot imagine you succeeding. They cannot see your future. They do not know what you are capable of becoming, and honestly, neither do you completely. There may be strength inside you that you have never been forced to discover. There may be courage inside you that only difficult times can reveal. There may be abilities inside you that are waiting for one opportunity, one decision, or one brave step. So do not give up on yourself too early. Do not judge your entire future based on your current circumstances. Your life can change, your skills can improve, your mindset can grow. Your confidence can become stronger. The person you are today is not necessarily the person you will be 1 year from now, but change begins when you believe that change is possible. And believing in yourself does not mean believing that everything will always be easy. It means believing that, whatever happens, you have the ability to learn, adapt, and keep moving. That is real confidence. You do not need to know every answer. You do not need to have the perfect plan. You just need enough courage to take the next step. Sometimes the next step is small. Wake up and try again. Apply for the opportunity. Start the project, learn the skill, make the phone call, write the first page. Record the first video, speak one sentence. Take one step toward the life you want. Do not underestimate small beginnings. Every great achievement once looked small. The first day of learning is small. The first attempt is small. The first failure may feel small and painful, but small actions, repeated consistently, can create an extraordinary life. And as you grow, remember to be patient with yourself. You are learning how to become the person you want to be. Do not expect yourself to transform overnight. Give yourself time. A tree does not grow to its full height in one day. It grows slowly. Its roots become stronger before its branches reach higher. Your invisible growth matters too. Maybe nobody is applauding you yet. Maybe nobody notices the habits you are building. Maybe nobody sees the nights when you choose to keep going. But you know, and one day, the results of your quiet effort will become visible. Until then, do not stop. Do not let silence make you believe that your work has no value. Do not let slow progress make you believe that you are failing. Do not let another person's success make you forget your own journey. Keep becoming, and while you are becoming, be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself with respect. Pay attention to the language you use in your own mind. If you constantly tell yourself, I am useless, I can never do anything, or I am not good enough, eventually your mind begins to believe it. So change the conversation. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I am learning how to do this. Instead of saying, I always fail, say, I have failed before, but I can try again. Instead of saying, I am not like them, say, I am becoming the best version of myself. Your words matter. The voice you hear most often is your own. Make sure it does not become your biggest enemy. Become your own supporter. Encourage yourself. Celebrate small progress. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. And remember that healing is also a form of progress. Not every achievement can be measured with money, fame, or applause. Sometimes success is simply getting up after a difficult season. Sometimes success is choosing peace. Sometimes success is walking away from something that was hurting you. Sometimes success is finally believing that you deserve better. Sometimes success is looking in the mirror and saying, asterisk, I am still here, asterisk, after everything. After the pain, after the rejection, after the failure, after the doubts, you are still here, and that means your story is still being written. So please, do not allow anyone to write the ending for you. Do not allow someone else's opinion to become the final sentence of your life. You have pages left to write. You have lessons left to learn. You have dreams left to chase. You have strength left to discover. Maybe the world has tried to convince you that you are too broken. Maybe people have made you feel small. Maybe you have spent years trying to become someone else because you thought who you were was not enough. But today I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and remember this. You do not need to earn the right to exist with dignity. You do not need to become perfect before you respect yourself. You do not need everyone's approval before you follow your dreams. You do not need to fit into every room. Some rooms were simply not built for you, and that is okay. Find your people, find your purpose, build your own path if you have to, and walk forward with courage. There will always be people who doubt you. Let them doubt. There will always be people who criticize you. Let them speak. There will always be people who misunderstand you. Let them misunderstand. Your job is not to control every opinion. Your job is to control your response. Stay focused. Stay humble. Stay willing to learn, but never surrender your identity to the voices of people who do not understand your journey. You know the pain you have survived. You know the dreams that keep you awake. You know the person you are trying to become. Trust that journey, and if you ever feel lost, come back to this simple truth. Asterisk, you are not what people call you. Asterisk, you are not your failures. You are not your past. You are not your fears. You are not the rejection you experienced. You are not the worst thing that happened to you. You are a human being with the ability to grow. You are a person with potential. You are someone who can learn from yesterday and build something better tomorrow. And nobody can take that possibility away from you, so stand up, not because life is easy, stand up because your life matters. Speak not because everyone will agree with you. Speak because your voice matters. Dream, not because everyone will understand your dream. Dream because your future deserves a chance. Try again, not because failure is impossible. Try again because failure does not have to be the end. And believe in yourself, not because you are perfect. Believe in yourself because you are worth the effort it takes to become stronger. One day, you will look back at this version of yourself, the version that was afraid, the version that doubted, the version that felt rejected, and you may realize that this was the moment everything began to change. Not because the world suddenly believed in you, but because you finally stopped waiting for the world to believe in you and started believing in yourself. So from today, make yourself a promise. Promise that you will not abandon your dreams because someone laughed at them. Promise that you will not hate yourself because someone failed to appreciate you. Promise that you will not stop growing because someone placed a label on you. Promise that you will learn from criticism, but never allow criticism to destroy your spirit. Promise that you will keep moving, even when progress feels slow. And above all, promise yourself this. I will not let anyone define my worth. Because my worth is not in their hands. My future is not in their hands. My dreams are not in their hands. My life is mine, and every single day I have another opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more confident than I was before. So walk forward with your scars, with your imperfections, with your fears, with your dreams. Walk forward anyway. You do not have to be fearless. You just have to be brave enough to continue. You do not have to have everyone's support. You just have to stop becoming your own obstacle. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to keep growing. The world may try to label you, but you get to choose whether you carry that label. The world may doubt you, but you get to choose whether doubt becomes your identity. The world may not always recognize your value, but that does not change your value. Remember, a person who knows their worth does not need to shout to prove it. They simply continue. They learn, they grow, they rise, and eventually they become living proof that the opinions of others were never powerful enough to stop them. So believe in yourself, respect yourself, work on yourself, forgive yourself, and never let anyone convince you that you are less than what you truly are. Your story is not over, your potential is not finished, your future is still waiting. And the most important thing you can do today is stop asking the world, am I good enough? Instead, look within yourself and say, I am growing, I am learning, I am becoming, and I will not let anyone define my worth,